No, I think because they're land-based animals, their perception of the planet is not what they think it is. No, they're wrong. It's very flawed. It's a water-powered planet. Think about this. It's 70% water, just like the sheeple's body. No, it's mostly water, and they need it to survive. It's very important. So we're going to talk about what matter's made of today. We're going to talk about the water molecule, H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. It's the same fuel that got these sheeple to the moon in the first place. No, we're going to use it to get them back to Mars. We're going to teach them about the tetrahedron, the technology, everything that's involved. No, these sheeple are the universe. Think about it. No, they are the universe. They're made of it. So we're going to talk about temperature today and why it's so important. So I got this thermometer right here. It's handmade in Germany. Check this out. It's beautiful. And what I use this for, when I come in here, I already know how much energy I'm going to have just by seeing how cold or hot the water is. So you'll notice I store my reactors outside because I'm in Florida and I like it hot. I don't want my reactors to be cold because the colder it is, the harder it is to break that water molecule. Now this is the secret. This is the key to breaking that bond. It has a lot to do with resistance. It's all about the temperature. I'm going to show you right here. States of matter. Think about this. So you have solid, a liquid, a gas. Although we like to call them phases of matter, but there are quite a few others too. They're much less common. They include plasma, Bose-Einstein condensates, and fermionic condensates. This knowledge is useful only if you feel like arguing with someone who tells you that there are 3 states of matter. You see, when the ice is like that, the water molecules, they're bonded together very tightly. And as they warm up, they spread out. And that's the whole idea here. See, I've got this fuel cell heated up. I want to show you, we're going to build one out of the garbage. Look, I'm going to build one right out of the garbage, just with these parts right here. The hose, 2 bolts, a couple of nuts, 2 plates, some epoxy, and a juice jar right out of the garbage. So we're going to build a fuel cell of that. We're going to operate some different devices with it. But the key to breaking that bond is through the temperature. Through resistance. It's all about resistance. Let's turn this fuel cell on. There we go. So this is like a mini behemoth here, and look at the temperature. I already got this thing rolling up there. It's 112 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want it hot. That's the secret to making HHO. It's very energy dependent. It's all right up front. The energy comes up front, the gas comes out the front. It's very electrically dependent. The size of your flame depends on how much electrical power you have coming in. Nothing is stored. You turn it on when you're making it, and you turn it off when you're done. There's not much I can't do just with this little fuel cell right here. There's no limits. I could build one that fits in your pocket to do the same thing. So size doesn't matter when it comes to all this. That's one of the things that non-renewable companies aren't thinking about. You don't have to go big, you can go small. So we'll cover more in this video. Let's move on. It's all about resistance. It's about getting that water hot. You don't want the water to be cold. Not when you're making HHO or any gas. Because then that water, the molecules are bonded together too tightly and you can't break them apart. Too much resistance. So you don't want to store your fuel cells inside with the air conditioner. You're going to steal all your power away. So we're going to let this dry. There's the one I built out of the juice container. Now I know it's an ugly duckling, but I did my worst. I wanted to show you guys that you could build this stuff right out of the trash if you had to. That's probably the ugliest thing I ever built. Let's continue on here. Now this is one of the reasons why they wouldn't want you to have the Ravaz engine or the Odo Langen. Because watch how easy it is. Just with a little tiny fuel cell like this. It's really easy to access that power from the water. There's nothing to it. I'll show you that you can use the catalyst and everything too. Here, let me heat this up. Get that nice and hot. You see? Let me scoot up so you can see. So I'm running the catalyst. Let's light this down. Okay, I can run the star. So you can do everything with the small one. Think about that. So let's get right back in here. Let's talk a little bit more about the atom and what you're made out of. And think about it. Big things have small beginnings, and the hydrogen atom is the smallest thing in the galaxy. And this water-powered planet, if you look at it from space at this angle, you'll see there's just one giant blue ball. That's right, you can see the water and the land. There's very little. It's just something to think about. And this video is really all about the temperature. It's about the speed of the molecules, the speed of the atoms, and how fast they're moving. And you got to think about the water and what's it made out of. What are you putting into your body? Think about where you're getting your fuel. So we'll talk more about this stuff. We'll keep covering it. It's almost dry. So we'll talk more about the mini fuel cell and how it can help these sheeple, and it can help the other side too. We're good players. Remember, we're going to show good sportsmanship. When these guys falls down, we're going to pick them up. We're going to play a fair game. We're going to show them how we can burn their fuel cleaner, and we can work together. Oh, see, nobody thought about that. And we can work together as a team. We can use the HHO gas to burn our hydrocarbons cleaner until we figure something out, until we get the world straightened out. You know, it's the first step. It's all about taking that first step, and we can take that together. Think about that, working together. So we always want to have hot water working with them fuel cells. Let me turn this on here. Get that going. When you look at the ice, think about it. Look how tightly bonded the water molecules are. Look at the atoms frozen together. Can't even get them apart. That's why you want to heat them up. That's why you want the hot water. It's very important. And I can burn these hydrocarbons a hell of a lot cleaner. Let me get this going. I'll show you how I do this. So I got my valve hooked up there. See, I'll light it, and I'll show you. I can burn these other fuels a lot cleaner using the oxygen. The oxygen out of the water burns the hydrocarbons a lot cleaner. I mean, propane's already mostly hydrogen. It's tied to carbon, so you want to be able to burn it much cleaner. No hard for me to do. The oxygen enables you to burn the fuel at a much cleaner rate without the pollution. Think about that. So here's the thing with these non-renewables. It's the thing with the hydrocarbons. They give off a lot of pollution and a lot of soot. I'm going to show you how these two gases can work together, how the hydrocarbons can work with the HHO gas. It's very important. It's all about that oxygen. It's doubly magic. You'll find it right over here on the table of elements, right there in between nitrogen and fluorine. That's its place. Number 8's its number. And it's special. It's special than all the other elements. It controls all the other elements. Think about that. So you can't have a combustion process without the oxygen atom. It has to be present. So you see, when you add the hydrocarbons, you stop the flashbacks. Think about that. That carbon atom goes through there and it cools down the HHO and it lowers the temperature. Now that's good news. And see, a lot of these other fuels are mostly hydrogen anyways. And it's the carbon that I showed you on the glass there. That's the problem, see? Carbon monoxide, things like this. This is pollution. That's what we're trying to get away from. We're going to burn the gas cleaner using the oxygen that's in the water. That's the key. So let me turn this on here. Like I said, I'm trying to run everything and put it in the video. Alright, see, I got my HHO gas going through there. I'm going to go ahead and add my hydrocarbon. You see, now when I light it, there won't be no flashback. Think about that. That's the beauty of them hydrocarbons and adding them to your HHO. You burn them much cleaner and lower the temperature. Alright, we'll move on to the next thing. Watch when I turn it off. Watch, one hand. See, it just goes down. No flashback. Light it right back up. And it'll do that every time. See, there's no flashback. See? I can turn it off real slow. Look, I'll turn the valve real slow. See how I can adjust it?